Hi, I'm Robert Thompson, Senior Principal Engineer at Dan Brown & Associates, here to talk about mentors. I've had many. I can say it's hard to narrow down to just one. There's an easy one that everyone would expect me to answer, which I will towards the end of the video here, but I've had different mentors, different stages of life, different reasons. Had personal ones in helping my personal life, had spiritual mentors, like in college, had David Goolsby, who was a key influence, pastor at the college ministry I was involved in. But as far as engineering, my first job at law engineering in Birmingham in the early 90s, I had several mentors there that really guided me in becoming a geotechnical engineer. Luther Boudreaux, who was the chief engineer and principal, and Bruce Bodner, who was a principal. They taught me all about being a geotechnical consultant, and they were great teachers. They were patient. They walked through things with you. They explained things. They gave you the chance to do stuff on your own and learn by gobs of red ink all over the pages. And yes, we printed reports out and edited them with pens. It's kind of a unique concept these days. And there was also, so they taught me a lot about client relations and engineering and how to solve problems, how to relay with the information to the client in a way that was understandable, even within all the boilerplate we'd use as geotech and engineers. But there was also a senior engineer who later became a principal, still is a very good friend of mine, Frank Upchurch. He's a construction materials engineer more than geotech, but he also does geotech. But he taught me a lot about the construction side of geotechnical engineering, especially site development, compaction, foundation inspections, and just how to deal with contractors and how to talk with them in a way that made everybody understand everything, rather than coming in as the engineer and sound all geeky. And when you leave, they're scratching their heads and saying, "Now, what did that engineer want us to do?" He was very good at that and just mentored me on lots of different things as far as the business of engineering, especially in construction. And then, of course, there's Dan Brown, the namesake of our company. He was my professor in graduate school. And then later, after I worked at law and TTL, then he called me to join his company and then joining the adventure. And it has been a huge adventure, a great adventure. But he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot of how to be patient with clients, how to, again, solve problems, but in a very unique way. He taught me how and mentored me in the process of simplifying things. We deal with a lot of complex issues in deep foundation design and construction, but he has this knack of being able to tell people, hey, here's a simple way to look at this and what it boils down to and how we're going to solve it. And he also mentored me in the business of engineering, partly by saying, here, handle this, and letting me figure out some of the things as far as how to run a business, and then coming back to him and saying, hey, what do you think of this? How does this look to you? And so he's been, of course, a key part of my role or my development as an engineer, and along with Luther and Frank and Bruce. And I would say those are some, I'm sure I've left somebody out, but those are some of the key ones that I would consider mentors in my development as a geotechnical engineer. And I hope that you are getting the same thing from your mentors, the patience, the kindness, and the ability to help you grow as an engineer. I appreciate it.